Welcome dear students to our second video of lesson number 3. So let's begin our lesson number 3 again with the next reactions. What have we learned in our previous video? We have studied about the different chemical reactions, rules how to write a chemical reaction, balancing a chemical equation, and we have studied about the 4 types of chemical reactions: the combination reaction, the decomposition reaction, displacement reaction and double displacement reaction. Now here what are we going to study is the endothermic processes, the endothermic reaction. Heat from outside is absorbed during some physical change, for example, melting of ice, dissolution of potassium nitrate in water. These are endothermic processes. Now let us see what you see in the slide. Now here we see the example of barium hydroxide and ammonium chloride. Now what happens is you get barium chloride, water and ammonia. Now this reaction, it absorbs heat. Shaking of the mixture accelerates the reaction and you see the temperature is going down. Temperature keeps dropping as the reaction continues. The unpleasant smell of ammonia also gets stronger. Temperature can even drop below 0 degree. So we see here heat from outside is absorbed during some physical changes, that is melting of ice, dissolution of potassium nitrate in water, and therefore these processes, they are called as endothermic processes. Now let us see the exothermic reaction. Now exothermic reaction are the reaction in which the heat is given away during the physical changes. You can see here the heat is given out. So here heat is given away during some physical changes, that is formation of ice from water, dissolution of sodium hydroxide in water, and therefore these processes are called as exothermic processes. Now endothermic and exothermic reactions, what are they? There is an exchange of heat in the chemical reactions as well. Accordingly, some chemical reactions are exothermic while some are endothermic. During exothermic chemical reactions, heat is given away when the reactants are transformed into the products. While in endothermic chemical reactions, heat is either absorbed from the surrounding or has to be supplied continuously from outside. For example, CaCO3 plus heat gives you CaO and CO2. In the previous slide, in the previous video, you have seen this reaction. Calcium oxide and water gives you calcium hydroxide and heat. Now can you tell, do you recall students? Take into account the time required for following processes and classify them into different groups. Now how much time does cooking gas starts burning on ignition? Iron particles, when they undergo rusting, how much time does it take? Erosion of rocks takes place to form a soil. Alcohol is formed on mixing yeast in glucose solution under proper condition. Effervescence is formed on adding baking soda into a test tube containing dilute acid. A white precipitate is formed on adding dilute sulfuric acid to barium chloride. Now just see on what these reactions they depend. So the above reactions occur at different rate on changing the conditions. Like for example, during winter, long time is required for setting milk into curd, while at the higher temperature during summer, the rate of settling of milk increases and the curd is formed very early. Means in summer season, the rate of forming curd is very fast, whereas in winter season, the formation of curd takes a longer time. Now let us see the factors which decide the rate of the chemical reaction. Now we are going to see 5 factors on which the rate of the chemical reaction depends. Factors affecting the rate of chemical reaction. The 5 factors on which the rate depends is size of the particles of the reactants, nature of the reactants, concentration of the reactants and temperature of the reactants and the catalyst. Now let us see the reaction of metals aluminium and zinc with dilute hydrochloric acid. Now on reaction both aluminium and zinc with the dilute hydrochloric acid, hydrogen gas is liberated, means it is given out, and the water soluble salt of these metals are formed. Now however, in the aluminium metal the reaction takes place little faster than the zinc metal. So we can say that aluminium is more reactive than zinc. Therefore, the rate of reaction of aluminium with hydrochloric acid is higher than that of the zinc. So the nature or the reactivity of reactant influences the rate of chemical reaction. Means how faster the reaction takes place depends upon the reactivity of the metal. See, here you can see that zinc reacts with hydrochloric acid to give you zinc chloride and hydrogen is given out. In the second example, you can see aluminium reacting with chlorine, hydrochloric acid to give you aluminium chloride. Now since aluminium is very reactive, the reaction takes place more faster than the zinc, with the zinc. Now the second factor factors affecting the rate of chemical reaction is the size of the particles of the reactants. Now you must have seen this at home also, children. Like suppose on the Shahabadi tile, if we drop acid, now what do you see? You must have seen that carbon dioxide effervescence is formed and slowly with the species of Shahabadi tile while faster with the powder. If we put the hydrochloric acid on the Shahabadi tile, the effervescence are formed very slowly, whereas in the powder it is formed very fast. The above observation indicates that rate of the reaction depends upon the size of the particles of the reactants taking place in the reaction. Smaller the size of the reactant particles, higher is the rate of reaction. Now the third is the concentration of the reactants. Now let us consider the reaction of dilute concentrated hydrochloric acid with calcium carbonate. Now here the dilute hydrochloric acid, it reacts very slowly with calcium carbonate and calcium carbonate disappears slowly and carbon dioxide also liberates slowly. On the other hand, the reaction with concentrated hydrochloric acid takes place very fast and calcium carbonate disappears very fast. Concentrated acid reacts very faster than dilute acid, which means that the rate of reaction is proportional to the concentration of the reactants. Now the fourth factor is the temperature of the reaction. While studying decomposition reaction, we have carried out decomposition of limestone. In this activity, the lime water does not turn milky before heating the limestone because of the zero rate of reaction. For then, here we have seen that the rate of reaction increases as temperature increases. The last factor is the catalyst. Now what is the catalyst? A catalyst, it takes part in the reaction, but you are not going to see the catalyst in the product. Here you see the reaction. The rate of the above reaction neither increases by reducing the particle size nor by increasing the reaction temperature. On heating potassium chlorate, KClO3, it decomposes very slowly to form potassium chloride and oxygen gas is liberated. no chemical change is taken place in MnO2. Now manganese dioxide is the catalyst here. Here no chemical change is taking place in manganese dioxide. It acts only as a catalyst. The substance in whose presence the rate of chemical reaction changes without causing any chemical change to it is called a catalyst. The decomposition of hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen takes place very slowly at the room temperature. However, the same reaction occurs at a faster rate on adding manganese dioxide powder in it. So, with the help of the catalyst, the rate of reaction increases. So, we have seen the 5 factors which affects the rate of chemical reaction: nature of the reactants, size of the particles of reactants, concentration of the reactants, temperature of the reaction, and the 5th one is the catalyst. Now, do you know one or more chemical reactions takes place during every chemical change? Some chemical reactions, they occur very fast, whereas some they go with very slow speed. Strong acid and strong base react instantaneously. Our body enzymes increase the rate of physiological reactions. Perishable foodstuff get preserved longer in a refrigerator. Here the rate of decomposition is lowered due to low temperature and its freshness is maintained. Because of the low temperature in the refrigerator, the rate of decomposition, that is the rate of the foodstuff becoming decomposed, the rate of decomposition of the foodstuff is lower down and the freshness is maintained in the fridge. Vegetables cook quickly on oil rather than on water. The chemical reactions are profitable in the chemical factories if the rate is very fast. The rate of chemical reaction is important from the environmental point of view as well. Now here the ozone layer in the Earth's atmosphere protects the life of the Earth from ultraviolet radiation of the sun. The process of depletion or maintenance of this layer depends upon the rate of production of destruction of ozone molecules. Now let us see the next reaction, that is the oxidation reaction. The chemical reaction in which a reactant combines with oxygen or loses hydrogen to form the product is called as oxidation reaction. Look at the examples. Magnesium plus oxygen gives you magnesium oxide. Carbon plus oxygen gives you carbon dioxide. MgH2 gives you MgNH. These are the examples given for oxidation reaction. The chemical reaction in which a reactant combines with oxygen or loses hydrogen is to form the product is called as oxidation reaction. The chemical reaction in which reactants gain hydrogens are called as reduction reaction. Similarly, the reaction in which the reactant loses oxygen to form a product is called as the reduction reaction. The substance that brings about the reduction is called as the reductant or the reducing agent. Look at the example. Copper oxide plus hydrogen gives you copper and water. In this reaction, an oxygen atom goes away from copper oxide, which means that reduction of copper oxide takes place, whereas hydrogen molecule takes up the oxygen atom and water is formed, means oxidation of hydrogen takes place. Thus, oxidation and reduction reactions occur simultaneously. The reductant is oxidized by the oxidant and the oxidant is reduced by the reductant. Due to this characteristics of reduction and oxidation reactions, a single term is used as redox reaction, which is used in the place of two terms. Redox reaction, reduction plus oxygen. Now children, just think about it. The luster of the surface of aluminum utensils in the house is lost after a few days. Why does this happen? You must have also seen the iron gets rusted. Now what is it? So let us study about it. When the positive charge on an atom or ion increases or the negative charge on them decreases, it is called as oxidation. And when the positive charge decreases or negative charge increases, it is called as reduction. And we have also studied about what is redox. Now let us see why the aluminum utensils in a house, they lose their luster after a few days. Now place 4 test tubes in a test tube stand. Take some boiled water in one test tube and put an oil layer on it. Take some salt in the second one. Let there only be air in the third one and anhydrous calcium chloride in the fourth one. Place a small iron in every test tube. Close the cork as shown in the figure and let it keep unattended for a few days. Now observe all the 4 test tubes after a few days. Now what do we find? Yes. Which test tubes had the nails as before? In the first one. Yes. Both the water and air are necessary for rusting. The rusting process takes place rapidly in the presence of salt. Now here you have also must have seen the new vehicles, they look very shiny on the contrary of old vehicles. A certain type of reddish color, now can you see a certain type of reddish color has come on those nails? Yes, similarly a certain type of reddish colored solid layer collects on the metallic surfaces. This layer is called as rust. Its chemical formula is Fe2O3.XH2O. The rust on the iron does not form by a simple reaction of oxygen with iron surface. The rust is formed by an electrochemical reaction. Different regions on the surface of the iron become anode or cathode. So you have seen in the 4 test tubes what we have got. We have seen that on the nails which get water and oxygen, they have rusted. So this layer is called as rust and its chemical formula is Fe2O3XH2O. Also due to various components of atmosphere, oxidation of metals takes place, consequently resulting in their damage. This is called as corrosion. Iron rust and a reddish colored layer is collected on it. This is corrosion of iron. Corrosion of iron is a very serious problem and we are going to see it in our next chapters. Now let us study about Rann acidity. Now children, you must have seen that whenever foodstuffs are made in the leftover cooking oil, it is found to have foul odor called Rann acidity. If the food is cooked in such oil, the taste also changes. When oil or ghee is left aside for a long time or fried food is left aside for a long time, it undergoes air oxidation and becomes a Rann acid. Rann acidity in the foodstuff cooked in oil or ghee is prevented by using antioxidants. The process of oxidation reaction of foodstuff can also be slowed down by using in the airtight container. That is why children, you must have seen that pickles, then jams, these all are kept in the very tight container and never cook the food in the leftover cooking oil. So what have we learnt in this video? We have studied about the endothermic reaction, exothermic reaction, oxidation reaction, reduction reaction, redox reaction, factors affecting the rate of chemical reaction, corrosion and Rann acidity. You all will mark the important points in the lesson. Read the lesson very thoroughly and as I have said before, you will write down all the reactions with one example each. Complete your question answers given in your textbook. Also, I will be sending you the worksheets for lesson number 1, 2, 3 and 4 and the last lesson. See that you complete your notebook till we meet the next time. Thank you. Stay safe and stay home. Also children, you will be completing your practical book. I have already sent you the first and the fourth experiment. Next week I will be sending you the third and the fourth experiment which is related to this lesson where we have studied the different types of reactions. You will follow the Diksha app videos for the practicals and you will complete your practical book also. Thank you. Stay safe. Stay home.